The Holocaust was a terrible time during history of one nation persecuting another. When the Nuremberg laws were created, the Jews became accounted as the other. Laws were made that did not allow Jews to marry non-Jews, which led to stereotyping. In the Holocaust, the Jews were stereotyped as an other. They were essentially not allowed to have rights or freedom as a human being unless they had a vast majority of German people in their family. They were not allowed to vote, essentially being taken out as a citizen. When recalling events like these, it seems inhumane to expel an entire religion of its freedoms and rights. The Nazis were the ones who created the stereotypes. When following the command of Adolf Hitler, a Jew was an enemy no matter what he did to you. A children's book called The Poisonous Mushroom was published, depicting how nasty and essentially poisonous being a Jew was. Kristallnacht was the night when SS officers stormed Jewish neighborhoods and burned all storefronts. They also broke all buildings' glass, where the name Kristallnacht came from. This was one of the many first acts of aggression towards the Jewish people. I cannot imagine standing in front of my store watching an SS officer break down all my belongings and light all that I have left on fire. All of the previous acts led up to the ghettoization of the Jews. They were forced into small towns with little to none of their belongings. They lived in tiny apartments with up to 15 to 20 people in 1 or 2 rooms. This must have been tragic for many families, as this was also the start of leaving your family. Many people died in the ghettos due to the lack of food and supplies that were given to the Jews. I think that the change in lifestyle for many of the people that were transferred to the ghetto must have been extremely painful and heartbreaking to be in such close quarters with many people you did not know. Post-ghettoization, people were transported to the camps in box carts, normally used for shipping goods. This shows how painful it was and disrespected Jews were at the time. Once at the camps, the selection process began. The selection process was very simple. In most cases, if you were a strong man that was able to work, you survived. If you were not, you were passed on to the death camps. Many women and children and elderly people will pass to the death camps, breaking up many families. I cannot imagine having to leave my mom and 2 sisters alone and know where they are going to end up, but I cannot do anything about it. Yaakov Handali speaks about his experience in the selection process.
השוק הראשון שאתה מקבל, הצעקות בגרמנית, בצעקות איומות. ראושנל, הכלבים נובחים, והגרמנים עם הכת של הרובים כל הזמן דוחסים ומרביצים לאנשים שירדו למטה, ואז מפרידים נשים וגברים. נשים לחוד, גברים. אחר כך עושים עוד פעם סלקציה. זה הכל הולך מין סרט נע כזה, מהר, זה מין דבר שקשה אפילו לתאר, דבר כזה. וזה מה שקרה באותו לילה. לילה שאי אפשר לשכוח אותה. זה הלילה שבעצם אני מאבד את כל המשפחה שלי.
Olga Ovisher talks about her knowledge of the mass murder of the Jews.
Босиком шли по снегу, и они уже знали, куда они идут. Если они вместе с нами думали, что они идут на собрание, то до последнего времени они не знали, что их расстреляют. То в Рясне, когда их выгоняли, они не знали, куда они идут. И их раздетыми, наверное, 2 километра они шли до этой могилы.
Once past the selection process, you were put to work. Many people worked in factories, creating clothes or fixing boots for the officers. The final solution led to the mass killing of all Jews. It has been counted and roughly 6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust. 6 million people who were called the other.